welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be doing my take on the Meet the Artist tag. It's been going around Instagram the last couple weeks, months. I'm not sure how long actually. I discovered in the past couple weeks and I've really enjoyed it. I've met so many cool artists through there and been introduced to their work, which is really, really cool and why I wanted to do it too, even though I wasn't tagged by anyone per se. I tagged myself. You can tag yourself. It's cool. So in this video, you will see me, I think inking the drawing, doing the coloring with the markers, and then I will meet you here at the end of the video just to kind of wrap up. So thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to subscribe, that would be so kind of you and really appreciated. So enjoy. Okay, so in this video, you'll see me start doing my inking with a light box. It's not the best thing to look at as far as like video quality goes, because it's quite a white halo around the light box, but I wanted to show this process because it's part of how I work. Is I use a light box nearly every single time I sit down to create something. I'm always doing my original pencils and then tracing over it to ink it on a separate piece of paper. I really can't stand working directly on top of pencils. I think it ruins the original sketch, and I think it just makes it really hard to start over if you make a mistake. So it kind of started as a learning tool for me, where I would teach myself how to ink by going over pencils, but I would always keep the original so that I could start over and compare and contrast my style, yada, yada, yada. But I have just grown to really love it. It's more of a stylistic choice at this point. It just keeps things a little bit cleaner. It takes a little bit more time, vaguely, but I don't know. I just really prefer it. I think it's just a better way to work, for me at least, and for the style of art that I am doing. So yeah, light boxing and doing all of that. I had a lot of text in this, but I knew that I wanted to color in with darker colors, so I just kind of winged the text for like my favorites and the title and stuff. So that's why I only did just the kind of the basic shapes, and you can kind of see more writing underneath on the original paper. And another thing that I'm using is some painter's tape to keep these together. I don't always tape my papers together, but sometimes it just is really useful to do, especially if you know that you're going to be moving it around a lot. So that's my light boxing process. And then it comes to coloring. And for me, coloring is kind of interesting because I don't really have one set of markers. I have a whole collection of random stuff. So you'll see me use really common materials like Sharpies, and I also use a lot of Blick studio markers. Not their new fancy ones that are really nice Copic dupes, but some older ones that I had bought a few years ago. I'm using at least one Copic marker that I got for free in my Art Snack subscription. So just kind of a random hodgepodge of things. Nothing really to talk about there. For the white, I'm using a Gelly Roll pen. I don't know if we see the white that I'm using in this video, but I use a Gelly Roller there. And I don't know, that's what I have to say about it. I'll talk about the outfit a little bit. It was kind of a challenge to think of what I wanted to do, because I feel like I wear the same thing every day, which is like leggings and like pullovers, which is not very exciting. But when I do kind of go out, I usually wear dresses. I wear a lot of knee socks. It's just a habit at this point. They're really comfortable to me. And that coat is inspired by a real vintage coat that I have. That's sort of like a giant denim work coat that I really love. And the necklace that I'm wearing is one that I wear in real life. It is actually of a tarot card. It's tarot card 14. It's the Temperance card. And I wear that every single day, never take it off, sleep in it, everything. So that's kind of fun there. And yeah, that's my outfit details. And I really like how this came out. I like the limited color palette. I think it turned out really well. I don't color very often. That's something that I'm challenging myself to do more. So I think this really came together in a nice way. So I'm really proud of that. But that's what I've got for this part, is just, yeah. Okay. So it kind of cut out there a little bit. I'm using my cell phone to record this, so I don't know what happened. Just one of those mysterious camera hijinks. But anyway, this is the finished version, and I'll kind of give you a little peek of that here. And some of the things that you missed were just me kind of doing the words and using a white Jelly Roll pen to finish off some of the text. So basically my username and my company name is Tiger Loves Bandit. My real name is Jessica Lee. Hello, nice to meet you. I'm from the United States. I live in Omaha, Nebraska, which is like the coolest city in the Midwest. I love it here. My likes include podcasts, bubble tea, and social justice. Very proud SJW, no shame here. And then my dislikes include winter, insomnia, and Facebook. I never understood Facebook. It just doesn't work for me. I use it worse than your mom, I swear. As far as the what's in my bag goes, I actually have that stuff so I can show you, not just the drawing of it, which is cool. So let's start with my favorite, which is the Pentel Sign brush pen. These are absolutely magnificent. They have a flexible, sort of like plasticky brush nib, which is really cool. And it just has a lot of variation for so small a nib. And I really like that it dries fast, it's easy to find, and it's very reliable. I love these. I've been using it for about a year now, and I'm obsessed. I also love the Col-Erase pencils for sketching. I typically like to use red and blue. Those are my two favorite colors because it reminds me of when I was an animation student. And these are really awesome because you can sketch and you can erase them, but you don't have to. You can just kind of layer the colors, and I can make a whole video about that later on. And I probably will because I really like the way that I sketch. Then clear grid rulers, super important, super necessary to my life. Can't live without these. I love them. They're so helpful. The other things that I use, the bigger stuff, I do have a sketchbook. I don't really use it for sketching. I use it more for taking notes on different projects that I have planned out. And that's kind of all I have to say about that. I'm using this brand right now. I'm not loyal to it. I don't really love it. And the reason why I don't, the paper is great, but the binding itself is like all sorts of crazy. So not my favorite. Sorry. This is my travel light box. It's literally made for children. This is a Crayola product that I found and I love it. It's not super bright, but it's enough to get the job done. And I light box pretty much everything always. So this is really, really necessary to have in my bag for on the go. And then I don't carry an entire thing of copy paper in my bag, but I happen to have the packaging, so I thought I would show that off. I don't think it matters what brand. I've used all sorts of stuff over the years, but I do like things that are ultra bright and that are the 24 pound. It's just a little bit thicker, a little bit nicer to use, especially if you're going to be doing lots of detail and really adding a lot of ink to it. It helps stand up a little bit better under pressure. And those are the things in my bag. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. And let me know in the comments if you watched to the end. I'd really love to know about you. Do you have a Meet the Artist tag? Can I find you on Instagram? What are some things that are in your bag? I'd love to hear from you and start a conversation. So please, please, please comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you here, hopefully again, with another video for you. Thank you so much. Enjoy.